The American L. For the L sound, the tip of the tongue touches the gum ridge behind the upper teeth, just the same as when creating the T and D sounds. The air stream flows through the sides of the tongue. When the L occurs at the end of the word, make sure that you don't release it quickly as you would with the T or D. This will make your L sound foreign. The American L is softer and longer than the L sound of many other languages. Don't say, I feel well. Say, I feel well. Notice how the L is prolonged by keeping the tongue up longer. Warning: common mistake. Don't round your lips when you're saying the L. This will weaken it and make it sound more like a W. Don't say people, say people. Words for practice.
Although, call, children,
Cold, difficult, felt,
film, little, milk,
myself, people, will. Word pairs for practice.
tall girl, felt guilty,
Old school, tall wall,
cold milk, gold medal,
little children, 12 soldiers. L before a consonant. For Asian speakers, the L is particularly difficult to pronounce when it's followed by a consonant. If you don't correctly move your tongue, the words code and cold will sound the same. Word contrasts for practice.
code, cold, debt, dealt,
Toad, told, wide, wild. Sentences for practice.
Jill also doesn't feel well enough to go to school. I'll call Paul and tell him that you'll be late. 12 people will build a tall wall around the castle. It is doubtful that she'll be able to handle it. He'll bring the cold drink to the ill soldier. The wealthy man sold the building by himself. Don't feel guilty about the spilled milk. The girl told me about the old film.
Long vowels plus L. When a long vowel is followed by an L, put an extra sound in between. Instead of saying feel, say feel. It's almost as if you're adding an extra syllable. Words for practice. E plus ol. Feel. Steal. Deal. Real. Wheel. Heel. A plus ul. Sail. Mail. whale, pale, fail, exhale. I plus ol, mile, while, style, smile, file, trial. Oi plus ol, oil, toil, spoil, foil, boil, soil. U plus ol, tool, school, rule, fool, cool, pool. Warning, common mistake. Make sure that you don't pronounce these word pairs ending with the letter L the same way. Remember, the long A vowel sounds even longer because we add an extra sound before the L. Sail sounds almost like sail. Don't say, I bought it on sale. Say, I bought it on sale. Listen and repeat. Sell, sail. Fell, fail. Well, whale. Practice dialogues. Make sure that you add an extra sound before the letter L.
He stole the money and broke the rules.
It's no big deal. He's just a child.
Don't be a fool. He knows it's wrong to steal.
Did you say Kyle went to jail?
No, I said he went to Yale.
Oh, that's a good school.
Have you read your email?
No, I'll do it in a little while.
Did you see that whale?
It's huge. I can't believe it's real.
What's wrong with the wheel?
I think it needs some oil. What do you think of the style of these shoes?
I love the high heels.
I bought them on sale.
I'm so tired. We've been driving for miles and miles.
Relax. It'll help if you inhale and exhale slowly.
I heard your dog had 5 puppies.
Yes, she had 3 males and 2 females. L or R? Warning, common mistake. If your tongue is not touching the right place in the mouth, your L will sound like an R, and the word wall will sound like war. To correctly pronounce the L, make sure that the tip of the tongue is in the front, near the upper front teeth, when it touches the top of your mouth. If the tip of your tongue is pulled farther back in the mouth, it might sound like an R instead. Use a mirror to see the position of your tongue for the L. L and R in the final position. Pay attention to the position of your tongue as you practice these 2 final sounds. Prolong the sounds as you concentrate on what your tongue is doing. Sound contrasts.
Feel, fear, deal, dear, stole, store. mole, more,
bowl, bore, tile, tire, while, wire, file, fire. R and L after a consonant. When the R or L sound is after a consonant, make sure that it's strong enough to be clearly heard. Fully pronounce the first consonant before you begin the R or the L. Otherwise, fright and flight will end up sounding like fight. You can even add a short sound between the two consonants. Say fright, three. Word contrasts for practice. You will hear 3 sets of words. The first one contains no R and no L. The second one contains an R, and the third one contains an L. Fame, frame, flame. Bead, breed, bleed. Gas, grass, glass.
fee, free, flee. Fight, fright, flight. Pay, pray, play.
Sentences for practice.
It's always pleasurable to travel first class.
He was clearly surprised about the promotion.
The president flies in his private airplane.
The training program will take place early in the spring.
I plan to regularly practice playing the flute.
Everyone went to Brenda's surprise party.
I traveled to Britain last spring.
I frequently fly to Florida to visit my friend.
Clara looked truly lovely in her blue blouse.
Brian is fluent in French. R and L review, dialogues for practice. Laura has curly brown hair.
However, her brother Carl has straight blonde hair.
What is the lawyer's overall priority?
Probably to win every trial.
I'm gradually learning to pronounce all the vocabulary correctly.
Really, it's truly wonderful to hear that.
I heard he speaks several languages fluently.
Yes, he speaks French, English, and Italian fluently.
Have you heard the fairy tale about Cinderella?
Yes, she was a poor girl who rarely felt pretty.
Central Park is a great place for rollerblading.
And it's only several minutes from her large apartment.
He's an incredibly talented flute player.
He also regularly plays the clarinet.
Alchemy. I lift my heart as spring lifts up a yellow daisy to the rain. My heart will be a lovely cup, although it holds but pain. For I shall learn from flower and leaf that color every drop they hold, to change the lifeless wine of grief to living gold. Sarah Teasdale. Barter. Life has loveliness to sell, all beautiful and splendid things. Blue waves whitened on a cliff, soaring fire that sways and sings. And the children's faces looking up, holding wonder like a cup. Life has loveliness to sell, music like a curve of gold. Scent of pine trees in the rain, eyes that love you, arms that hold. And for your spirit still delight, holy thoughts that star the night. Spend all you have for loveliness, buy it and never count the cost. For one white singing hour of peace, count many a year of strife well lost. And for a breath of ecstasy, give all you have been or could be. Sarah Teasdale.
Advice from a successful student.
My friend and I are both Chinese, and we are both studying accent reduction. We get together and speak only in English, and we try to correct each other's mistakes. We are able to point out a lot of mistakes to each other, even though we are not Americans. We have learned what our main weaknesses are, and now it's just a matter of reminding each other and practicing in order to break those old habits.